Hello and welcome to the training video for the administrator platform within HR Bubble. Simply go to hrbubble.com, click login, which will take you to your sign-in page. Click login again. If you've forgotten your password, please use the forgot your password function. And this will take you into the dashboard. In this instance, we're using Noah Shelton, who is a manager within the business, but Noah is also a designated administrator, which means down the bottom left-hand side of this menu, he has a switch delegation function. We click on the switch delegation function, confirm that action, and now we see that we're inside HR Bubble operating a slightly different level with full access to the entire organization and all details within it. 41 employees, 8 vacancies, 0 outstanding reviews. Now on the left-hand side, we've got the menu bar, which I'll run through in a moment. On the right-hand side, we've got business details. We can update the logo, which will be reflected in that circle on the left. We can see there's an active subscription with up to 100 positions. We can amend that subscription there. We can update the credit card details as well. So if we start looking at the left-hand menu bar, my dashboard, which is where we are right now, there's employees, which gives you an overview of each of the employees in an organizational chart structure. And here we can actually move through the organization up and down by clicking on the image. We can see the people that sit underneath reporting lines, and we can actually view the individuals as well by clicking on view. So if I wanted to see Marshall Copeland, click on view, and I'm in Marshall Copeland's personal profile page. From here, I can do a number of things on Marshall's profile. I can view his leave register. I can update his entitlements. I can view a plan if he has one or create one. And I can view his training and development register. By clicking on view employee details, I can see all of the information the company holds on Marshall with regards to address, name, title, next of kin, superannuation fund, bank details, etc., etc. And as administrator, I can edit each of these. I can also see any documents that are attached to Marshall, and I can view any requests that are sitting there. That would be an outstanding annual leave request. There's nothing in Marshall's profile at this point. Over on the right-hand side, I've got the option to generate a role description. I can upload documents. We allow you to upload virtually any document you'd like against the individual. We have examples of documents, pre-populated titles. However, other is always an option, and the document title can simply be typed in. If there's anything particularly sensitive in that document that you didn't want Marshall to be able to view, you simply tick on visible to admin only. That may be an example of a customer complaint or anything that you want to store against his profile, but you don't necessarily want him to have access to. From viewing his profile page, we also have the ability to change his employment terms. So in here, the first thing to do is to put the date from which this is effective, but then we can review his salary. We can review his employment type or status. So currently Marshall is part-time. Maybe he's going full-time or casual. The role title we can change. Again, where you are changing titles, little tip, be aware that you may need to recontract this. It's something that you do need to consider. Reporting line movements, hours of work, move to a different role with or without his team, and you can change or amend his role description there. Once you've made any of those changes, if it does regard his title or his reporting lines, etc., those things are reflected immediately within the organizational chart, as well as all hierarchies. So annual leave approvals, performance plan setups and approvals, everything happens immediately at the back end of HR Bubble. You can also end employment here. Next down is the current performance. The current performance tab will give you a quick view of the entire business, every employee and their performance. So we can see everybody here. If we chose to, we could order by current performance. And then this gives us a nice sliding view of top performer in the business, down to those that are either not performing or are unrated. From here, we can view the individual, we can search by name, and we can also view the current plan, create new plans, and record check-in conversations against these individuals. The employment journey is where we house a lot of tools, information, and guidance. It's a resource library that enables you to learn about how to manage the business better and the people within your business. Each one of these cogs is color-coded before you recruitment process, onboarding, ongoing management, and ending employment. If we jump into ongoing management as an example, we'll see in here a bit of a snapshot as to what this chapter is about, and then information specifically around the performance review process as an example. Little tip bubbles again saying these are things you must know, must do correctly. And from here we can access flowcharts and other tools that are going to help us perform these functions appropriately. The bottom of each one of these cogs also has tools and quick links. The tools and quick links are basically everything that sits within here as a specific resource. There's more templates, flowcharts, forms, injury and illness report forms, etc. Each one of these is also accessible through the quick links and actions, which you click on the left-hand side underneath employment journey. And that takes you to a different view where again we have the color-coded cogs and the actions and information that sit within HR Bubble that are appropriate to that cog. Creating a vacancy is extremely straightforward. Simply click on create vacancy and follow the prompts. As you'll see, again, information bubbles with tips and guidance all the way through. The role title, reporting to, etc., etc. Very, very straightforward. Once you have created that vacancy, what you'll then find is that vacancy appears immediately in your organizational chart. And we have one currently sitting under Noah, I believe. And we have a vacant EA role. From here, you can fill the role, you can change the role details, you can remove the role, etc. Other things in quick links and actions that are worth knowing. Again, role descriptions, payroll tax calculators, interview templates, reference check templates, access the CV check, our background checking partners. There's also a policy area here where you can upload your own policies. Each HR Bubble subscription comes with 5 core policies, including code of conduct, disciplinary policy, equal opportunity and bullying, grievance policy, and workplace health and safety policies. You can simply remove ours if you have your own, or you can use ours. And if you have your own, you'd like to add to ours, simply add policy and follow the prompts. Every employee and manager within the organization can view these policies at any time on their phone, on tablets, on PCs, etc. In quick links and actions, as we go through the various cogs, we again can end employment, termination flowchart, etc. Next, we come down to the resources on the left-hand side. There's a reporting function built within HR Bubble, which allows you to run reports on almost anything inside the platform. The employee report is a fairly straightforward report, but it's very powerful. You can actually search on any criteria that has been selected within that employee when they're originally set up. So if we want to show the filters, choose the columns, employee ID, title, defaults to name and role title, but we could add employment type. It appears immediately. We could add reporting to as examples, and then we can order by any of these. We can also have this set as a printer-friendly version, and we can export to CSV. That's the employee report. Other examples of reports are duration of service report, and then a number of payroll reports. In the payroll report, you can run a leave taken report, which will show you all employees that took any sort of leave between the dates that you set. New employee reports, again, within set dates, and employee termination report. Switch delegation would enable the administrator to jump back to operate as an employee, as Noah Shelton himself, so he doesn't have to log out and log back in again. And then under My Account, we have My Account Details, where you can actually update the specific details of the company. You can change the password. You can amend the subscription. And permission settings, this is where you are able to change or to give other employees access to HR Bubble as administrators. So currently we've got 3 set up, Lacey, Noah, and Hugh. If I chose to, I could revoke Lacey's permission, and I can add anyone else that I would like to. Molly, Polly. Confirm that setting. Now, next time Polly logs in, she will also see on the left-hand side the switch delegation function. We additionally have 3 boxes at the bottom left. Very simply, the question mark is the help area. So by clicking on the question mark, it takes you into frequently asked questions, as well as access to very, very comprehensive user manuals on how to use the platform. As an example, the employer user manual, the administrator user manual, runs you through every single function that an administrator can perform within HR Bubble, set out in a very, very easy to use, straightforward way with pictures, images, and step-by-step guides. Next, we have the in tray with a red asterisk. The red asterisks mean there is something in that communication area. By clicking on that, it takes us to the notifications page where we can see there are 2 performance review outcomes pending. There are no current employment offer progress, and there's no employee performance plans sitting there currently. If we wanted to view the performance review outcomes, click on View here, and we can see of all of the performance reviews that are underway, there are 2 where the proposed changes are currently sitting with a manager, and we can click on that and have a quick look. Additionally, within the internal communications area, we would be able to look at any employment offer that's underway. Currently, there are no employment offers in progress, but we would be able to click on that and view the progress of that employment. Next, on the bottom left-hand side is the cloud with the arrow. That's simply the logout function. You can log out through here or through here, and both fulfill the same function. That is the high-level training view for the administrator portion of HR Bubble. Thank you very much.